All right. Fit check. Um, I said yesterday that there's a recommendation about walking 20-30 minutes a day to get rid of depressive thoughts. Well, that's what I'm doing today again because I was spiraling alone in my room and I figured that maybe it would be better if I would just go outside and I don't like the saying, but touch some grass, feel the sun on my skin. And walking in silence around with no goal made me realize that sometimes my problems are really insignificant in the universe. Like, I'm worried about someone's text message when there are so much bigger issues in the world, and I'm just here. And I think I'm gonna do some sport at the local park. I am not a sport person at all, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm sorry for the sun, by the way. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes, and maybe he can, I don't know, free me from my thoughts. Doing sports in public will always be kind of goofy because why am I cycling in the air and the void doing nothing? But also it's very fun because there are so many people like just hanging around, and that's when you realize that actually nobody cares. Nobody cares whatever you're doing. Like, we're all just so immersed in our own world that we do not care about others. And I think there's some beauty to it. So what's up? I did not repair my bike today. I thought I would, but I eventually did not. And I said yesterday that I try going to watch the sunset today, and we are going. I convinced my mom to drive me there because I do have a driving license. I've had one for 3 years now, and she's still not letting me drive a car. So granted, I've driven only once since I've had it, I think, but it's fine. To be honest, I don't really like driving. I fucking hated driving lessons. So if she's the one driving, then it's fine. And I'll try to film a bit when I'm at the sunset. I think it's going to be really pretty. And I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I wanted to watch the sunrise. In the beginning, I really wanted to watch the sunrise on the beach, but mom said, "Hey, we live on the west coast. There is no sunrise on the beach here." So I guess it's sunset it is. I'll see you later. I started reading Butter yesterday, and I only read one chapter, and I do think it really embraces the Japanese literature style in a way that's similar to Breast and Eggs. And also it kind of reminds me of A Certain Hunger. I've read this book 5 months ago, I think, and it's really telling of misogyny. I think it's much more explicit of the misogyny in Japan than Breast and Eggs, which is a little bit more implicit, but if you read it, you know. And I really thought about it because I've been plucking my brows 20 minutes ago, and honestly, it's fucking painful, but I still do it, even though nobody asked me to. Nobody ever told me, like, you need to pluck your brows. I do this myself because there's so much incentives around women to just be the prettiest version of themselves. Even though nobody cares, really. You don't need to prove your beauty to anyone. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to know it yourself. Like, I think I'm beautiful. I don't need to be told I'm beautiful to know it. Because other people's opinion really don't matter when I have the conviction that I am right in myself. But being a woman really isn't easy when you've been told like to be pretty is to suffer since you were 5 years old. And I can't wait to see how this book really showcases it. And I'll see you later for the sunset.